It's almost like Joe Budden is taking the MGK approach with when it comes to Eminem. Eminem dissed him on Fall, okay? Joe Budden's been asking for this diss pretty much, like just totally. He kept it real with most of Eminem's revival songs. They were bad. Then he would go further dissing Eminem on other occasions, um, countless times, downplaying the Slaughterhouse debacle that happened. And I'm not in Slaughterhouse. It might have been a bad situation. But when you get what you're asking for, you gotta plunge at it. Now, when he retired, okay, I like the podcast. I love the Joe Budden podcast, okay? I liked him with Academics on Everyday Struggle. I don't like his new show with Remy Ma. I don't like that. But I like a lot of stuff, and I like Joe Budden's perspective on a lot of things. But MGK took this approach where he felt his diss was better, and Joe has said that I've been better than Eminem for 7-8 years. I don't know. Like Joe Budden and Eminem, I wouldn't even compare them as artists. They're totally different. Budden's got bars, we know that, and Eminem's got bars. They just rhyme totally different. I could probably enjoy a Joe Budden song more than I could an Eminem song. But we are in hip-hop, and this is part of the culture. You should have responded for the culture. If you're going to call Eminem out and say you're better than him, you got to be ready to tango. MGK wasn't ready to respond. When he got the response from Eminem from Killshot, his response was, "I'm not." It was a 6 for me, dog. I'm not responding. He's talking about man buns. Come on, you talked about his beard. Joe Budden has been asking for Eminem to diss him. He got dissed. It was good publicity, but he said he won't respond, and he explains why. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Hit that bell, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to announce the channel, it's jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Leave comments below. Even if a hater comment, I'll read it. So anyways, he basically said, so he did a phoner interview, and, he acknowledged the fact that Eminem dissed him. He's been acknowledging that and been saying, Eminem, it's not all that, da-da-da-da-da. He said, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't want to dust off the microphone and get in the studio strictly to respond to 2 bars. Okay, so maybe he's saying if Eminem gave him a whole song, then he would do it. Now, MGK had more to gain from responding than Joe Budden has at this moment. Maybe. It could have catapulted Joe. Joe Budden could have given a good response. I know he could have. He said, I think that I would contradict my retirement and all that work I've done up to this point. Well, nobody's asking to go do an album, but I can also understand where you would be stepping out of your element. Maybe he should just admit he can't respond right now. That would have been better. Then he said, I'm not going to just go to the studio to give somebody else the benefit of saying, yeah, Joe responded. I'm retired. I mean it. And not for 2 bars is what I'm saying. Okay, well, Jay and Nas were taking slight shots at each other. Then it turned into full songs. And they always responded back and forth. I don't know. Imagine all the great battles we've had over the years, and what if one person just decided not to respond because they took the cocky approach? I don't completely agree with Joe Budden on this, but it's his choice. But I think for the culture, he should have partaken and gave him a response, and Eminem could have responded, and that would have been a good therapeutic way to discuss all your problems with Eminem through a song, instead of a hour-long podcast, a 4-minute song. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think? This is Jordan Tower, JT News. Hit that bell, hit the subscribe button, and I'll check you guys in the next one.